You wanna go for a walk, Tiki? You wanna go outside? You wanna go for a walk? You wanna go for a walk? I walked across America and I'm walking through your neighborhood. Come take a walk with me and Tiki.
I first met you at Zuccotti Park.
That's right.
That was my first time ever being in some kind of movement, like I thought like this civil disobedience, like I loved it. I thought it was amazing. You were just like there holding this big piece of like metal, like a gate or something, and you had like a birthday hat on.
That was the first time.
And I'm just like, what is this? Amazing.
That was bizarre. I remember that day, yeah. Well, this was my first entree into activism as well, yeah. It felt like home to me just because it was like this space where people were discussing things that mattered. But you caught me at a time.
I got you on a good day.
Today we're walking with Queens native Ted Alexandro. You might have seen him at a little place called Madison Square Garden. Yeah. He is also a fixture in the Occupy Wall Street movement and has an award-winning show called Teacher's Lounge. We talk about it.
So the first time I marched was with Occupy Wall Street. It was one of the marches that happened. There were over 30,000 people there, and I thought that was like amazing. Like I couldn't believe it. I was like, we were in the streets. There were 30,000 people. And then someone was like, a football stadium's like 80,000. So what do you say to people who feel like their voices don't matter? It doesn't matter if I vote.
Well, I feel that way too sometimes. It's easy to despair and it's easy to feel disconnected. But I always feel nourished when I do engage with people, with like-minded people who are not necessarily that you have the answers, but you're asking the questions, and you're trying to affect change because, historically that's what does it.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be a huge number of people. It can be enough that the mainstream is kind of swayed and that you kind of start a dialogue that, like Occupy Wall Street did.
Hey, Tiki, you love Wall Street. That's what she's talking about. Come here.
Are you pro Wall Street, Tiki?
She's pro Wall Street.
Yeah,
Can you see by the sweater?
You gotta be a good girl, okay? You gotta be a good girl.
Do you feel like that is hitting a ceiling? Like more people are speaking out against that? I mean, I don't know if... Do you think America is dead? Is the question.
America has been here before and people have been here before, so... And again, that's something that I probably would not have been able to contextualize pre-Occupy Wall Street. So I've done a lot more reading and educating of myself.
So you're basically just saying I need to read. Got it. You started a chapter here in Astoria.
Yeah, after the park was evicted, I met a couple of neighbors who live a few buildings down from me. We thought if we met, through this, there must be other folks in the neighborhood who were like-minded. So we just put up some flyers, Occupy Astoria, meeting at this cafe. We get together periodically for various causes, Black Lives Matter and Fight for 15 for the minimum wage. So now we're connected now, and it kind of brought the neighborhood to life in ways that it hadn't been before.
Today's episode was successfully shot thanks to breakfast provided by Astoria Coffee. Located at 30th Street and 30th Avenue, they're a laid-back coffee shop featuring roasters from all over the country. Go check them out. What have you been working on lately? Who can see you? Where can we see you? How can we...
Ooh.
What's happening? What's moving?
What's
New
the
York
buzz?
City, comedy, happening. You're at... The QED space is so awesome. Open here in Astoria.
I do a monthly show at QED. People do their sets, but I also interview them afterwards. Teacher's Lounge.
Teacher's Lounge.
Yeah, that's a web series that I collaborated with Hollis James on.
You have so many cool people on this.
Oh man, yeah. Judy Gold is the gym teacher.
Yes.
Dave Attell is the school photographer.
Yes.
Jim Gaffigan is the school nutritionist.
This sounds like the best school ever. Migration.
Birds.
Immigration.
Welcome.
The draft.
Well, I just did my NBA fantasy draft with my nephews.
Man, why are you... It's fun. Debt.
Ubiquitous?
Ubiquitous. I'll have to look that one up. All right. Whistleblower.
More, please.
Fart jokes.
Can you beat them?
I know. That wasn't on the list. I just decided to make it more fun. Guns.
I have no connection to guns.
Yeah.
People talk about them like it's a necessary part of their lives. I've never held one.
Neither have I.
No, I have no desire to. People say, well, what if if this happened,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I guess I'd be dead.
Yeah, we're all gonna die anyway, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Well, Ted, I'm so glad you came to talk with me today.
Pleasure.
Now that I can be myself here. So we try to end with just like a good silly high five or something.
Okay.
High fives, really. So we can just.
You want to initiate it, or should I? A little robot first.
Yay! Y'all want to come take a walk with me and my mom? You should subscribe to our YouTube channel.